Hi all, it's Tanya Jooste, Botanicamy page, Alchemy of Soothing Botanic Ingredients. It's Thursday live, so thank you for joining. I'm just going to give a couple of minutes so the video can go live on Facebook and people can start joining in. I think today is going to be quite exciting. It's going to be quite a, shall we say, a fast learning curve of what essential oils are actually capable of. Very good testimonial coming up. I've had quite a rough week with the virus that I've been fighting, so quite a lot of information is going to come through today with regards to oils that are antiviral, but also those that you need to support your nervous system. So yes, fantastic. I can see people logging in. Hi Ruby, hope you're well. If you can just in the comments go and pop a comment where you're from, so other people can also get to know you, see who's in the essential oil community, who supports essential oils, so we can get chatting with each other. So if you've just joined, please let us all know where you're from. And then I'm also gonna, as I routinely do in my lives, ask you to please let me know a 1 or a 2 answer. Okay, so hi Yolandi, welcome. Please can you go in the comments, put down the comment or the answer 1 if you knew or if you know that essential oils do have antiviral properties. In other words, that they can support your body when you have become infected with a virus. Oh, fantastic. Daniel's also joined. Hello, hello. So please go and write in the number 1 in the comment section if you are aware that there are actually essential oils out there that can support your body when you have an antiviral infection. And then obviously if you don't know or you don't believe there are essential oils like that, then go and put in a number 2. All right, so if you know of essential oils that have antiviral properties, if you've used them before, please go and answer number 1. And it would also be great then if you've answered number 1, obviously to elaborate which oils. So please go and write some essential oil or plant names in the comments if you are answering number 1. If you are aware that there are antiviral oils, okay? And then number 2 is obviously if you are not yet aware of, or if you don't think that essential oils have antiviral properties, okay? So those are the options you have. I can see more people logging in. As you're logging in, hi. It's Tanya. I'm going to be doing quite a powerful testimonial today on my Botanicamy page about oils. First, we're going to address the ones that we're going to talk about antiviral and if it's possible. And then I'm also going to talk about essential oils that can support your nervous system. So I think go put a number 3 or a 4. Let's make the next question for people to go and answer. If you know any essential oils or think that essential oils can support your nervous system, please put in a number 3. If you think that it's mumbo jumbo and essential oils, there's absolutely no way that they can support your nervous system, or that you're just not aware about them, please go and put in a number 4. Okay, so there's your second question for today. And as people start logging in, I can see more people are coming in. Just go and there's, in other words, 2 questions that I'm asking you at the start of today. And if you're going to be watching this on a replay, it's always a good idea to, if you then start your comment, just put in hashtag replay and then answer your 1, 2, 3, or 4. So first question, number 1, I know of essential oils that are capable of supporting my body in an antiviral or for a viral situation. Then you would answer number 1, and you would also please go and elaborate which essential oils you think are antiviral or have antiviral properties. Number 2, if you don't know any such oils or you believe that essential oils don't have that capability. And then if you think that there are oils that can support your nervous system, please answer 3. If you know any of them and you want to elaborate, please go and put those in the comments as well. And if you think essential oils are not able to support the nervous system, or you are not aware of any, you just never thought about looking up, then please go and answer number 4. Okay, and I think today is going to be quite a nice information session. So thank you for joining and welcome. I'm going to kick right off and tell you my story because it's a little bit more testimonial today. I came down with some kind of something I can see people are already answering with essential oils in the comments. Brilliant. I'll be going to address those at the end of the session so we can see what has come out of all the questions that you've answered. Brilliant. Thank you, Yolanda. You've started it. Brilliant. Top fan of that. On Sunday, I was absolutely normal. Life carried on, very high energy like I normally am. Mind going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. And on Monday morning, I woke up and I felt a little bit funny. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm coming down with something, but I'm sure I'm okay. Got up, did my early morning meditation, did a yoga session, and then straight after that yoga session, it was just like a ton of bricks came down, piling onto Tanya, and I really started feeling like severely ill. But guys, I mean, I don't get sick. My immune system is generally quite good. I used to get sick very often when I had poor gut health, but as you realized from all the gut health series that I've done so far, gut health is my passion, literally, because I've suffered with gut health issues my entire life, but also that I've been able to get to a stage where I am now healed, in a sense, I should say, because I'm doing things proactively on a daily basis to restore gut health and to support good gut health. And because my gut health has improved, obviously my immune system has improved dramatically. Seen as more than 80% of your entire immune system's cells and systems sit in your gut area. So because my gut health is better, obviously my immune system is better, and I haven't gotten sick in a really, really long time. But like, I can't even remember when last I had to go and see a doctor. Okay, it's that long ago. So, and this is years. I'm not talking months. I don't have a memory loss issue. It's been years. So, this ton of bricks, it felt like a ton of bricks crashed onto me Monday after my yoga session. And literally, Darlene's coming in from a raining Heidelberg, Western Cape. You lucky fish. It's like hot and your normal Pretoria weather, really, this time of the year. And I really felt ill. And guys, it was cold sweats. It was hot sweats. It was a headache. Every single muscle in my body started aching. And to such an extent that even if I climbed into a shower, the shower droplets hurt my skin. Okay, that is how fragile I was. It was really, I haven't been that sick in very, very many years. So basically, I just got back into bed. I think I woke up quite a few times, obviously, because you're very restless when you're feeling that ill. I was quite nauseous in the morning. I had a very upset stomach, body ache, probably a temperature, but at that stage my brain was so fuzzy and cloudy and brain foggy, I didn't even think of trying to find a thermometer. I just really felt very sorry for myself, got back into bed and just made sure that there was quite a lot of water next to me so that I could keep hydrated. Okay, that was my biggest concern. I am also going to say that I did start with a sort of parasite cleanse on the Sunday evening because my gut system is now sorted out. I really did believe that this was a good time to start with a parasite cleanse. It's something we all need to do routinely, especially if we have quite a few pets around. My cats sleep on my bed with me. My one is a crazy hunter. I mean, this is like her favorite hobby. Just yesterday, she caught... And I shouldn't say this live on Facebook because then you think I've got a murderer, but that's cat's nature, right? Some of them just really are good at hunting, and I have a very good hunter, okay? And she caught 3 different animals yesterday, just in one day. So she's obviously, also dealing with these kind of things. So it's a good routine to every now and then do a detox. So I started that on Sunday night. So initially when I felt very ill on Monday morning, I thought, maybe detox systems, whatever. But when I started feeling really ill and I realized I had a severe temperature, I knew, okay, great, this is not detox. This is definitely something viral. For me, I know the difference between a viral and a bacterial infection quite immediately because obviously I'm a microbiologist. This is what I've studied. This is what I have my doctorate degree in. And to me, the difference, because I've studied both virology as well as classic microbiology, the difference for me when I feel ill is bacteria always feels more cloudy or contaminated. And I don't know if it's because it's more associated with the secondary infections. For instance, if you've had the flu, which is a virus, and you then develop a secondary infection somewhere in your airways, which is usually bacteria, that's when the sort of the mucus starts turning yellow, that kind of color. It always feels like a more contaminated kind of illness, whereas a virus is very clear, clean, affects muscles, have very severe body aches. My brain always goes a little wonky, hey, like neurological kind of effects when I have a virus. So I immediately then started understanding, hey guys, this is not detox, this is virus. So I stopped my parasite cleanse immediately, and then started looking up which essential oils I could start using that were that had antiviral properties, that could start supporting my body. All right, so the things that I usually reach for is sort of in a protective blend that I have handy. My protective blend has things in it like wild orange, which has got quite a high concentration of limonene in there, clove, cinnamon leaf, cinnamon bark, eucalyptus, rosemary, and then I always up the ante a little bit just to be a little bit more preventative in a sense for giving antibacterial protection as well with things like oregano and tea tree. So I started applying these oils topically to the bottoms of my feet because generally when I come down with something like a flu or a cold, which by the way both are caused by viruses, not bacteria, which is why antibiotics don't work for those. Just food for thought in the back of your mind there, planting a little seed. Those viruses, generally when I start feeling a little bit like that, when I start applying these oils topically and I do it every couple of hours, I generally feel a little bit malaise, which means generally not feeling well for like half a day. And it passes and I carry on and I never really get any full-blown kind of infection. This time was different. So whatever got me was quite severe. So basically, I started using my protective blend. I'm sure it assisted me, but I certainly didn't feel any better. My tummy was really like neither here nor there. It wasn't doing well. I had absolutely no appetite, really cold sweats, hot sweats, rolling around, tossing in bed. And then I literally stayed in bed for bed rest with good hydration for the whole of Monday, right through Monday night. Tuesday, my body aches started getting really severe. I really had such a hectic headache that I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I didn't know where I was basically. And that's when I started realizing for the first time, hey guys, maybe I should take my own temperature because obviously if it's going to get to the 39, 40s, I should probably go to the emergency room. Because I try to do everything as naturally as possible, but when you get to those temperatures, you no longer play with your whatever you're doing. You get yourself to an emergency room because then it becomes a really acute scenario instead of a chronic something is going on. My temperature, I think at some stage reached when I was able to get to my drawer to get my thermometer about 38.5, and then that just clearly confirmed this is definitely not a detox. This is definitely viral. And basically from there, I then started adding additional oils topically and diffusing right next to my head, antiviral oils. Those are the ones that I've mentioned in there. On Wednesday morning, I started, so a little bit better. Yesterday morning, I started waking up and my head sort of cleared up a little bit better. And this is where I'm now going to switch over, talking from antiviral more to nervous system support. Because what had happened in the process is of my mind, actually the brain fog disappearing. It literally means obviously that the viremia, which is when your virus load is excessively high still in your body, the viremia basically comes down. Okay, so less viruses, which means your immune system is kicked in. It is starting to fight the virus. Whatever you're giving it to support your body is literally supporting your immune system to fight this guy, because I still don't know what I have. I'm actually going to see my functional medicine doctor this afternoon so we can try and ascertain what it is that is lurking in my nervous system, because it's obviously something that is activated. But when my brain fog sort of cleared up yesterday morning, my muscles were still aching, but then my nerves, I have never experienced something as bad as this in my ever, since ever. And I now have a new appreciation for all my friends that I do know suffer from chronic inflammation in their nervous system with autoimmune conditions, because guys, I cannot describe to you what real nerve pain feels like. It is, yes, it was hectic. I couldn't stand still for a second. I could no longer lie in my bed for a minute longer. Everything hurt. And it feels literally like your nerves are on fire. It's this burning, and there's like sparks going, and everything is just on fire. And I had to obviously cancel all my meetings for the week. I had a friend that was going to come and visit me. She's like, but I'm in Centurion already. I drove all the way from Joburg, and I had to make a plan to see this lady. So I really just quickly went to all my resources, and I decided, okay, I can now distinguish. This is no longer just muscular. I am now physically experiencing very serious nerve, either damage or, in a sense, inflammation. So let me go and grab my resources and try and look at which oils are going to support my nervous system, so I can calm down my nervous system so that it's not as flared up, so I could perhaps just have this meeting with my friend. So I'm going to talk today about those oils, because obviously different combinations of oils are going to work for different people, but this is the one that worked for me in the end. So always have to include oils that contain a very high concentration of limonene, and the reason for that is because they are nervines. In other words, they can soothe and calm the nervous system down. So from all my previous lives, you would have learned by now that citrus oils contain limonene at very high concentration. So things like tangerine, limonene content is 80 to 99%, depending on how pure the oil is, which brand of oil you use, where it was sourced, that kind of thing. Grapefruit, wild orange, lemon, lime, dill has also got quite a high concentration. And then we start moving to the lower percentage, so anything below 55, bergamot, spearmint, black pepper, and frankincense. Okay, so you definitely need something with limonene in it for the nervine component. Other things that are also nervines is a chemical constituent called chamazoline. That is what gives the blue color. You'll see pure essential oils. I'm not talking when they add food dye, because then you're clearly using something that I wouldn't bring near my body. But chamazoline has got this beautiful, magnificent dark blue color to it. And chamazoline is in a quite high concentration in blue tansy, also in yarrow. I didn't have yarrow. I have a blend called the Soothing Blend, which has got quite a high concentration of blue tansy in it. So that is an oil I grabbed for. Also vetiver. Vetiver has got something called isovalencinol. That is a big word, even for a scientist. And it's got it in quite a high concentration. And vetiver is absolutely brilliant for all kinds of nervous issues. It also is very grounding. It calms you down because it calms the nervous system down. So the combination that worked for me in the end, and you must also now think, I'm sitting here with a severely acute situation where my nerves are on fire. I can't do anything. I can't touch anything. I can't walk. My legs just keep on shooting like this. And where I was experiencing the pain is lower back, over my sciatic nerve areas, going all the way down the back of my legs to my calves, in the front of my hips, hip flexors, that kind of area where it was the most inflamed. I had chest pain quite severely 2 days before, but using my antiviral, antibacterial kind of essential oil blend on the chest area took that pain away. But the nerves themselves over those areas were really hectic. So combining a combination of my Soothing Blend that had a high concentration of blue tansy in it because of the chamazoline, using a blend which is a cellular blend that has got high concentrations of limonene in it, as well as cell regenerating oils in it, which contains things like frankincense. I added helichrysum. I know this is one of those very expensive oils, guys, but if you have it, it is just so brilliant for so many conditions, especially nerve anything. So I added a drop of helichrysum. My cellular blend contains things like high concentrations of limonene, obviously, thyme, clove, which is analgesic, summer savory, lemongrass, which is very good for tendons, ligaments, those kind of scenarios. frankincense, because frankincense is very anti-inflammatory, also analgesic, so it takes away pain. Things like turmeric, I added some turmeric as well, anti-inflammatory, analgesic, and black pepper for the same kind of scenario. So I did throw quite a few different oils at it because I didn't have time to play around and find the right combination. So what I did is I made a blend of different oils, because obviously you can't be adding so many oils onto your skin. Okay, you're gonna oversensitize yourself and probably get like some kind of reaction. So I made a whole big blend which contained, and I'll list all those ingredients again. I made a blend and then only used about 3 to 5 drops of that in about a teaspoon of carrier oil. So we're sitting with a 2.5 to 5% topical dilution of the essential oils, and then I massaged that over the areas that was burning like fire for maybe 10 seconds. Just massaged it over that area, and within 4 minutes the pain went away. It was just gone. And literally I had put the blend on, I think, a second before my friend arrived at my door. I heard her knocking downstairs, and I just quickly put the blend in, and I thought, please, please, please just help me. And I went downstairs, and within the 4 minutes, the pain went away, and she saw the transformation in my face because she knew I was ill. I told her I was ill, not so sure that it's a good idea to come and visit me, but she insisted. And she literally saw the transformation happen in front of her eyes. And I can't describe to you, when you've felt so poorly for 3 days and you've experienced so much pain, how pain just disappearing like that changes your life. I can't. So essential oils, obviously their half-life is not very long. It's not long lasting. It's not going to last 8 hours. It's just not how it works, because your body metabolizes essential oils quite quickly, and then you secrete them when your body is done with them. So I did find that I needed to apply this blend every 2 hours. If I extended over that, the burning sensation and the fire came back like nobody's business. But really, guys, I can tell you, proper testimonial today, these oils it was a miracle yesterday of how I went from feeling like, I don't know, maybe I'm dying, maybe I should be dying because I can't experience this pain anymore, to just, oh my word, I can breathe again. I can actually have a conversation with someone. So basically, if I can go through, because I know I use a lot of different oils in that blend, and within there, I guess if I go and break it down and I go through the power of elimination, I could probably decrease the amount of oils that were in there, because a lot of them have the same kind of chemical constituents in them. So it was probably too many. But when you're in that kind of situation, I don't think you necessarily have the time to go and figure out which oils, and you don't need to add this one because you already have that component in there. But it worked. It really, really worked. So the oils that supported my nervous system, to calm my nervous system down, included vetiver, because it contains the isovalencinol, which is a very powerful nervine. Blue tansy, which is in my soothing blend, which I purchased from my favorite essential oil company. There's quite a few other constituents in that soothing blend, but I'm probably going to say that the nervine chamazoline from the blue tansy in there is what helped me quite a lot yesterday. That blend contains also quite a few minty oils, which are also analgesic and are cooling. So they definitely had an effect as well. I can list those in a separate thing, but I'm going to focus on the blue tansy there. The limonene counterparts, and then what I call my cellular blend. So oils that contain wild orange, Litsea cubeba, thyme, clove, summer savory, naoli, and lemongrass. Copahiba, because it works on the CB2 receptors and the endocrine system. Turmeric, because it's so anti-inflammatory. And black pepper, because it is an analgesic and also an antiviral, by the way. Frankincense, because frankincense is just absolutely brilliant for everything, because it is analgesic, anti-inflammatory, cell regenerating. And then helichrysum, which is just known for supporting things like adrenal fatigue, very damaged nervous systems, those kind of things. So that was my whole list of oils that I actually added in that combination. and it really worked. So if you want to, you can pop me a message. I will send them to you in a private message. If it's something that you want to look into. What I would probably suggest you do, because not everyone has so many different essential oils, I get that. I just really like having quite a variety of oils, so I can help myself and hopefully some other people too. But is to go and break all those oils down into their chemical constituents and try and decide how you can then get the best value for that same kind of reaction, but by using less oils. The golden point here about essential oil safety, please, is I applied it over the areas that had the nerves feeling on fire. And I also put it on my spine, because obviously that's very close to your spinal column. And under my feet, because under your feet also gets into the nervous system really quickly. And I applied it onto those areas every 2 hours. And it's very important that you don't go at a too high concentration, because you're going to lose the effect anyway, but you could develop a skin sensitivity. So in this instance, because I have a sensitive skin, I did not go over 5%. I probably used a concentration of between 2.5 to 5% total essential oil to my carrier oil. But I obviously made the blend separately with all the essential oils, and then only added 2 to 5 drops of the essential oils to the teaspoon of carrier oil, which I then used to massage onto my back area and onto my spine here by my brainstem and under my feet. Okay, so hope that was useful to you guys. If there are some of you that joined today late, absolutely no problem, because I'm going to upload the video to my YouTube channel so you can go and rewatch it there. Don't forget to actually go and subscribe to that YouTube channel, because then you'll get notified when I load new videos in there. You'll also be able to catch this live again on my Facebook feed, because it remains there unless Facebook lets it go missing for some reason. And yeah, if you still haven't answered those questions, but now I've actually basically answered them for you, right? The 1, the 2, the 3, or the 4. Number 1 was, you know which oils do have antiviral properties and could support your body during a viral infection. Because guys, let's be honest, there's very few antiviral drugs out there that you can buy over the counter that actually work. And those that do work have a very long list of very severe side effects. So using something natural that can support your body. I mean, a couple of years ago, if you had the flu, you just got into bed and had bed rest and rehydrated quite efficiently. And that's important. Please stay hydrated, because when you're that ill, you don't even want to see food because you're going to throw up. It's just nauseating. So please stay hydrated. That's a golden rule. Your body needs water to heal as well, with all the other stuff, which is a completely different session with a lot of information in there. 1, you know the antiviral oils. Elaborate which ones are your favorite ones. Number 2, if you don't believe in it or you didn't know that there were antiviral oil properties. 3 was, now I've got to try and remember right back to the start. Oils that can support your nervous system. If you know, if your answer is 3, if you believe in them, if you've used them and they've worked, please go and also elaborate and tell me which oils you chose. And then 4 is, you didn't know that there were actually oils that can support your nervous system and calm your nervous system down, because all of the burning nerve pain that I was feeling obviously yesterday is because my nervous system was in overdrive. All right. So thanks for joining today. It was great having so many people on. Thanks for all the interaction. Really loved it. I could see quite a lot of comments coming through while I was doing my live today. So I'll go in after this live is finished and just go and answer some of those for you if there were any questions. And I would also like you, because today was a very powerful testimonial for me, because literally these oils were just brilliant. I'm going to ask you, if you enjoyed my video today, to please go and share it. If you have a business page that is natural health and natural health orientated, then obviously you can go and share it on your page. If you're a great believer, then obviously go and share it on your personal page if you're willing to. But yeah, thank you for joining today, and I will see you guys next week at 12 noon for my next live. Thank you. Bye-bye.